All of us, we know that if we allow something to fall from our hands, it will go directly to the floor. It will not float or fly. It will fall straight into the ground. This is called the law of gravity. The law of gravity determines that the earth may attract to its center everything that is around it. This is a law that throughout all history of the existence of the earth has never ceased from working and existing. You will never see an object being thrown to the air and not fall back towards the earth. Will always be attracted to the earth, to the floor. This is a natural law, and who determined this was no human court or tribunal, but God. Amongst so many other laws in the universe, and they work, and through them we live our daily lives. We don't even think about them. You don't think about these laws when you leave your house, when you drive your car, when you are in a plane, or any kind of work. You don't think that work you are doing are subjected to the laws of God, to the seasons of the year, laws of mathematics and physics. We don't think about it. But the truth is, these laws exist. They were created by God, because if there is a law, there's a legislator. It was not humans who created them, and they have never failed. It's not like the internet in your house, that at times the connection is good and at times it's terrible. No, these laws are always active. Why am I saying this? Because the Word of God says that this is God. God is constant. He never fails. These laws are just a reflection of His nature. He left these laws well established so that humans, once using their intelligence, may seek the creator of these laws. If these laws are constant and will never change, so who created them? Where this constant law comes from that never changes? So someone sustains it. Who can sustain a law that never stops working or to be fulfilled? Who is this person who never stops sustaining these laws, right? Energy that comes from the water, from the wind, any electric energy that supplies your house. If you never lacked electricity, it is because the source never stopped supplying its energy. If there was any shortage, as it happens in your house, depending where you live in the world, it may happen even every day. But if natural laws are always active, so it is because the one who sustains them is constant and permanent too. And the Bible speaks about it. Joshua spoke about it when speaking to the people when he was old, after a long life of fights and many victories. He said to his people, "Behold, this day I am going the way of all the earth," which means I'll go back to the dust. I'm about to say goodbye to you. And you know in all your hearts and in all your souls that not one thing has failed of all the good things which the Lord your God spoke concerning you. All have come to pass for you. Not one word of them has failed. None has failed. So Joshua, in the end of his life, is no longer a youth. He was old. about to depart, reflecting about all his past, his walk with God. The people of Israel walked with him. He left Egypt. He was in the promised land. He had conquered most of the promised land. And he looked back, he reflects and affirms, you know very well, just like myself, that out of every good word, every promise of the Lord, your God, none of them has failed. Which means, as the law of gravity that never fails, as the laws of God that never fail, God is there, sustaining His word. That is why usually I say that the word of God, reflecting what is written, the word of God is more secure than the ground beneath our feet. The ground beneath our feet can shake, as the people in Venezuela learned in the worst way possible. The ground beneath your feet can shake. When the earth shakes, people become desperate. Heaven can shake. Prophet Joel said the heaven and earth will shake. One day they will shake. And Jesus said the heaven and earth one day will pass. Heaven and earth will pass. Jesus said that. But His words will never pass. What does this mean? This means if you stomp right there where you are and you say, this ground is firm, this ground is firm, nothing will shake it. Don't be that sure. You can have a second thought that the ground beneath your feet can and will be shaken. It's written, it is a prophecy. Even the sky above your head, that you look up on a blue sky day, or perhaps on a cloudy day, on a day of rain, you know that the clouds will pass. And every morning you look at the sky and you see it. That sky over your head will pass as well. One day you will not see it. What will happen? Jesus said, awesome things will happen. Signs, terrible ones, on earth and in heaven. All these will pass, but His word will remain, and every detail, everything that is written will happen. Why am I telling you this? Because perhaps you are there, worried with a problem that worries you. It's as if you have a knife against your neck, a problem that tells you it's over for you. There's no way out. You received a word of death, a diagnostic that was terrible. You lost something, bad news. You are there, inconsolable, and thinking it's the end. But you are feeling like this and feeling this because you are basing your life not on the Word of God, but the words you've heard from people. You are basing your eyes on things that you saw, but you are not looking at God, at His Word. That is why you are desperate, weak, worried. But if you start to listen to the Word of God and have this awareness that nothing in this world will change this Word, if you place your strength towards it, then you'll be firmer over it than the ground you have beneath your feet. Everything in this world will pass, but those who keep the words of God and do His will remain forever. So are you going through a problem now? Like a valley of the shadow of death? What should we do when we walk through the valley of the shadow of death? We should keep going. There's nothing else to do. If you sit and wait, you will remain in the valley of the shadow of death. You need to keep carrying on, because the valley will be over. The valley will pass. The valley passes. But the rod of God is comforting you, consoling you. As long as you are leaning on His word, then His word will be fulfilled. And I will conclude by saying what He said. In the letter to the Hebrews, He said, "It is impossible for God to lie." Impossible. If God lies, He stops being God. If God lies, if He says something and go back on His word, He's just a mere human like us. So it is impossible. So I can lean on this word. So there are days and times that we should shut off all words and voices from our mind. At times, stop listening to what people say, write, or read. We should lose this connection and switch on the Word of God. And when you switch on the Word of God in your mind, you become a giant. You become strong. You become invincible, like God Himself, in whom you decided to trust. If you have made it this far, it is because you want to be a better person. I challenge you to choose one thing you learn in today's video and put it into practice. I'll see you here next time.